So last year we built this woodshop add-on to our tiny house. The exterior of the woodshop is completed and we're ready to focus on the inside. And in this episode we're going to turn this pile of plywood into these 7 cabinets with sliding interchangeable drawers and 2 doors. So let's get into the build. The factory edge of the plywood is a bit fuzzy, so we're taking it off before breaking the sheets down into manageable sizes for the tabletop. There's not a lot of space in the woodshop to move things around, so to keep things simple, we're using 18mm plywood for everything in this build. We've got 13 sheets, and that'll be enough for making the 7 cabinets, 30 drawers, 2 doors and the tabletop. We're making 14 sides for the 7 cabinets and 36 stretches to connect the sides in the 6 of the cabinets, and they'll all need a quick sanding. We're connecting stretches for the backside of the cabinets. The countersink bit with depth stop and the corner clamps were really helpful here. So we've got some nice right angles to start the assembly of the cabinets, and the front of the cabinets will just be connected by the stretches. It's nice and square, so now we just need to repeat this 5 more times, and we've got a total of 6 cabinets so far. We're making 5 drawers for each cabinet, so 30 drawers in total, and it would be quite expensive in hardware alone, so we watched a bunch of YouTube videos on making cabinets, and we were especially inspired by Woodworks cabinets with no hardware. Instead of using hardware for the drawers, the bottom of the drawers will just be sliding on pieces of plywood attached to the side of the cabinets. So we're breaking a sheet of plywood into width just a bit shorter than the inside of the cabinets, minus the width of the plywood. This is to make room for the face plates of the drawers. The bottom drawer will be sliding on a piece of plywood just 2 mm higher than the width of the plywood, and these pieces will also function as bases when we attach the pieces of plywood to the sides of the cabinets. By using the same height for these pieces of plywood on the sides, we can make interchangeable drawers as long as their height is a multiple of the height of the pieces. After we cut the pieces though, we thought it would be nice to have some lower drawers as well. So we just added another spacer and cut the top piece of plywood to size. This means that there will be 2 low drawers at the top. They can't go anywhere else. If we wanted this, we just had to make all the drawers' heights a multiple of the lowest drawer. But we can't imagine the lower drawer being anywhere but the top anyways. The position of the electrical sockets weren't as well planned as we'd like. So we're just using this 2x2 as a spacer, and we can also connect the cabinets to it. And the floor is nice and level, and we just wanted the cabinets to be raised a little from the floor. So they'll just be standing on 2 pieces of plywood offcuts that'll be connected to each other. And to allow for movement, we're not attaching them to the floor. So with the 6 cabinets in place, we can take measure for the 7th cabinet. It'll be about twice as wide as the rest, and it will house the dust collection, so it will need a bottom. And it will have 2 doors instead of drawers once it is done. So with the cabinets in place, we can connect them to each other, the 2x2 on the wall, and the very low toe kick. Next we're breaking a sheet of ply into 30 drawer bottoms, just a hair shorter than the width of the cabinets. They all slide in nicely except for this last cabinet, so we had to remove just a little more material from these 5 bottoms. This means that the drawers from the other cabinets won't be able to fit this cabinet. To prevent this from happening, when there's an actual drawer here, we wanted to make the drawers a bit short, so you'll naturally stop pulling them when you see the back of the drawer. So for the drawer sides we need 6 fronts, 6 backs and 12 sides for large drawers, 12 fronts, 12 backs and 24 sides for the medium drawers, 12 fronts, 12 backs and 24 sides for the small drawers. And after making the small, the medium and large drawers, we can mark the center of each pile of drawers and 5 of the bottoms, and we can start attaching the bottoms to the drawers. We're centering the drawer in the front of the back side of the bottom, tracing it both on the inside and outside, and connecting the bottom to the drawer with countersunk screws. And this way we can make 2 small drawers, 2 medium drawers and 1 large drawer for each of the 6 cabinets. It is very satisfying being this far in the build, and even Bob seems to be mildly impressed with the results so far. Well, the tabletops are not cutting themselves. The tabletop is just made out of 1 sheet of ordinary plywood and 1 sheet of this laminated plywood, which is normally used for making forms for concrete. It's nice and smooth and very durable. And after a bit of alignment and with a little weight on top, we can now connect the tabletop to the cabinets. We're nailing these small pieces of plywood to the bottom of the cabinets to hide the small gap at the bottom. and to allow the large and medium drawers to be interchangeable. The front of the cabinets are also made of the laminated plywood, and we had these leather strips lying around and thought we can use them for handles for the drawers. The fronts are cut just a bit shorter than the bottoms, so they can't bump against the side of the cabinets, and they're attached to the drawers with countersunk screws from the inside of the drawers. Now the two doors for the last cabinet are getting soft close hinges installed, and we're installing a small stop block at the bottom of the cabinet. And that's it for this build. The cabinets are done, and we can get this part of the woodshop up and running. We're placing the smaller machines on this tabletop, and next we're going to be building a mobile workbench, an outfeed table for the table saw, and a mobile unit for the miter saw as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.